Hogwarts Legacy caused a massive wave of social media backlash when it initially released in February, and people have been waiting for the Nintendo Switch version to finally launch, and now that it is in November, of course, all of that backlash is starting up yet again. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. Now, yes, there are some people out there who absolutely hate J.K. Rowling, who hate Harry Potter, simply because she created this franchise, and they are salty that it is still so popular that they just can't cancel this franchise or this creator. And of course, now that the Nintendo Switch release of Hogwarts Legacy is finally coming out, people are finally going to be able to play it. There are a lot of people who are demanding boycotts yet again. And keep in mind that back in February, all of these Hogwarts Legacy boycotts initially failed, and failed epically. This game sold very well. There were tons of people playing it. It was breaking Twitch viewership records, and overall it was a very successful launch. In my opinion, it is still one of my top 3 games of the year, and I just don't think it's going to be beat. But Master of the TDS had posted with the announcement the other day of the long-awaited / delayed release of Hogwarts Legacy for the Nintendo Switch. Many were excited. That's how people should be. If you are excited for this game, just be excited for it, play it. And if you're not excited, just ignore, talk about it on social media, but no, instead, these individuals cannot stand that others are excited about this, and they want to basically have it blow up in their faces. They want them to feel the burn of being excited. They want these people to be canceled. They want to attack them. And overall, just a very negative situation because these people are so angry. However, never to miss an opportunity, Twitter/X weirdos are back, and so is the discourse around the game due to the statements made by J.K. Rowling, screaming about J.K. and transphobia, saying that anyone who buys the game is transphobic or should come to harm, and even threatening to report or expose streamers. I remember when I had live streamed my full playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy, we definitely had a couple of people who came in that were very angry, trying to call me names and overall just attack viewers in the streams, which I honestly think is hilarious because there's no way that peer pressure is going to get me to not play a game that I'm excited for. Like, at the end of the day, it's a game that I want to play. You don't have to be in my stream if you don't want to, but they just cannot accept the fact that people are getting excited for this and are going to play it. There's people saying things like, we won't be buying the transphobic wizard product. Now, I personally will not be purchasing it on the Switch because I have already played it once, so I already own a copy. But I don't think that the Switch version is going to run as well as the console versions. I have definitely watched some of the gameplay of the Switch version, and while it does not seem to be the worst, it's still a Switch game. It still is not graphically as sound as other versions of the game that you could buy for the same exact price. In my opinion, there's no reason to pick up the Switch version if you have already played it or can play it on a different console. But hey, if you only have a Switch, I'd still recommend getting it just to experience the game if you haven't already. It's a fantastic title. People are saying things like, we will be boycotting again. Yeah, well, your boycotts absolutely failed the first time around. Why do you think that they're actually going to work this time? I'm not ready for round 2 of this effing game. If you don't like this game or you don't want to support this game, then don't talk about it, because all you're really doing is supporting it by getting people to talk about it in this way. Can we actually boycott it this time? Y'all didn't do a great job last time. I love how these people are basically starting to eat themselves alive, because this person is saying, can we actually boycott it this time? It's your fault. It failed the first time. Just people turning against each other. I always think that that is hilarious to see. But yeah, I mean, if you go to the tweet itself, the Nintendo of America post, there is actually a lot of positivity here. While there's still still quite a bit of negativity and a lot of weirdos just getting very triggered over this, there is still a lot of positivity, a lot of people that are still excited and defending this game. Again, this title was fantastic. How to unbox, and it's them absolutely destroying the collector's edition. Yeah, I guess if you want to waste money, go for it. Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's really how you feel, if that's really what you think is gonna get you some political points on social media, go for it. It does have 680 likes, but there are nearly 300 comments of people saying, "You're dumb. Why would you do this? You just wasted your money." There's people saying things like, "I'm ready to play it again. Hogwarts Legacy is amazing. I'm so excited. Hey, I'm so glad that this is coming true. It's finally launching." It has been delayed several times, so Switch players have been waiting for a while at this point. I definitely think that it sucks it took them so long, but at the same time, if it is in a better state now than it would have been a few months ago at launch, I'd rather them delay it so that it can release in the best possible state. Again, I don't necessarily think that the Nintendo Switch version of this game is going to be the best technically. I don't think that it is going to run the best or look the best. It is on a much weaker system, but if it's the only way that you can play this title, I'd still, recommend probably playing it on the Switch just because it is such a good, fun, wholesome experience. I honestly have been kind of itching to replay Hogwarts Legacy lately. It all overall was just such a fun title. There was so much to do. If you have any kind of love or nostalgia for Harry Potter, you are definitely going to feel very absorbed in the experience, and there's going to be something that you are going to enjoy in this game. There's also people saying things like, "I love seeing AAA ports on Switch. Sure, the quality is generally inferior when compared to current gen consoles, but getting these games to run on the Switch at all is an impressive engineering feat." Again, I don't necessarily think a game that is running at a worse quality, in a poorer state, I don't think that it should be the same price as the superior console versions. I don't think that this version of Hogwarts Legacy should be $70, but I am at least glad that it is accessible for people who might only have a Switch, even if it does run a little bit worse. But yeah, I'm honestly just glad that they are finally releasing this version of the game. People have been waiting a very long time for it to finally release, but of course, even though there is a lot of positivity surrounding this, a lot of people very excited, there are still some individuals who are triggered over this, who are furious over this, and demanding that the Hogwarts Legacy boycotts work this time, and that nobody should play the wizard game. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.